comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I'm starting to get a little bit more of a feel for Dublin. It's actually a pretty fucking sweet city. There's like a centre that is like real fucking touristy, but if you fucking expand your horizons and get the fuck out of that little square, it starts to get pretty cool. There's a few good nooks around. You can find some pretty sweet Irish bars. I went into this place, Bannigan's. I think that's what it was called. Fucking old school Irish bar. I had never realized how fucking Irish I was until I went into this bar. And there was like 5 old dudes just sitting there by themselves with their Guinness, just staring into the distance and not speaking. It was like 3 p.m. They were just sitting there, just fucking looking inside themselves. Just fucking lubricating themselves and fucking checking what's going on inside. They barely even moved except to drink their fucking Guinness. They just fucking sat there just staring into the distance silently. I posted a little video of them on Instagram, but there was actually 3 more behind me. All sitting on separate tables, all by themselves. Actually, one of them was a woman. She was sitting there just staring into space as well. That's how I've always felt. That's what I fantasize about when I think about starting drinking again, or if I started drinking again. Just sitting at a bar by myself, staring into the abyss, not talking, just drinking. It comes so naturally to the Irish. It looked amazing. Honestly, it looked like they were meditating. It looked like they were at peace. They were deep, deep in meditation. Maybe the Irish need a little bit of lubrication to get into that deep state of meditation. But it was nice hanging out in that bar. I got a tea and a fucking traditional Irish lamb fucking stew or whatever it is. And it was fucking delicious. I love hanging out at these bars, but I can only go in there if I fucking eat or have a tea or something. I wonder if I can just walk into an Irish bar, give them like fucking 10, 15, 20 euro or something, and just say, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to drink some water and I'm just going to stare into the distance like these old cunts. I'm not going to speak. I'm just going to stare like 2 or 3 meters in front of me. Like the entire universe is opening up before me. That's how I'm going to sit for the next 3 hours. Here's a 20. Now shut the fuck up. Do not disturb me. But if you walk around long enough, you do find these fucking little fucking gems of bars. And you look in, you poke your head in, and there's just like a couple of old timers there sitting there drinking. And then you find some fucking like revamped horseshit fucking bar, and it's absolutely fucking packed. And you're like, Jesus Christ, can you people have some fucking soul? Can you have some fucking character, please? We can't let these old bars just fucking die. Anyway, I went for a massive fucking walk around the city today. I went to check out the Sugar Club. It looks like such a fucking sweet venue. If you're in Dublin, the show's on Thursday. Bring some friends. Gonna hang out after the show. I'll stay out. Fuck it. I think I have an early flight the next morning, but fuck it. It'll be my last night in Ireland, so I'll fucking hang. So if you know some people, you know some cunts in Dublin, Ireland, send them along. What else is there? I think I'm going on the literary fucking bar tour tomorrow. I don't know why. It's basically just a tour of bars where these fucking authors drank themselves to death. Sounds good though. Anyway, it's fucking Monday, and you know what that means? It is Ask Boyle time. So if you have a question that you would like answered by one of the greatest minds of the generation, a philosopher, comedian, crane driver, Le Boyle, then email it through to boylecomedy.com. I'm going to get a fucking section for Ask Boyle on my website, boylecomedy.com, because I keep losing the Ask Boyles. They get fucking just buried amongst other shit. There was one I told someone I was going to do this week and I just can't find it. So if I messaged you last week and said I was going to do an Ask Boyle this week, can you send me a message so I get your fucking Ask Boyle again? I fucking lost it. Anyway, for now, send your questions to boylecomedy@gmail.com. So let's get to this week's Ask Boyle. I forget what this cunt's name is. 44 Planet. He sent in a fucked up Friday a while back. I read it out. But forget his name. Anyway, He sent in a bunch of fucking questions about Edinburgh, so I'll start with the first one and we'll see how far we get in. So the first question was, how do other comedians react when they find out you make a partial living from a daily podcast? Well, foreskin planet, you have come to the right place. It's actually interesting you ask that question because, like, for a comedian, the ultimate goal now, if you're a legit comedian, is to fucking find your own audience and then Patreon it. Because that way you are not fucking answerable to any other cunt besides, well, I suppose your audience, but really no one. So really, that's fucking every comedian's goal. So when comedians find that out, obviously to my face, everyone's like, that's great, man. That's so good. That's so good. But I can imagine, like, behind my back, it's like, I listened to his podcast. It's such fucking shit. It sucked. I listened. He sounded like he was like suicidal for like 6 months. I don't know how anyone listens to that shit. It wasn't even funny. His fans are just fucking alcoholics. They're just degenerates like he is. I assume that's what's being said behind my back, but a lot of people are trying to do the same thing. Everyone wants the Patreon path now because it gives you the most freedom. Like, without the Patreon, I wouldn't have been able to do this fucking little tour, the Edinburgh Festival, Dublin, London. That has supplemented everything. So thank you to everyone who fucking joined the Patreon, has joined, is still joined. The 1 pint a month really makes a fucking difference. But I can imagine there's an element of fucking jealousy with some of it because even when other comedians get a slightly better gig than you or do slightly better than you on the gig, you hate them. Fuck them. Fuck those cunts. That's the vibe. It's not a real supportive community unless you're friends with the comedians. Even if you are friends, you still hate your fucking comedian friends as well. Fuck him with his fucking Patreon. So yeah, to your face, everyone's nice, but I don't think everyone's that happy for you. The next question was, did you try Haggis? And yes, I did. I tried it once and it was so fucking delicious. I absolutely loved fucking Haggis. It was so much better than I thought it was going to be. It was delicious. It was like fatty, meaty, grainy. Oh, I loved it. It was like a rissole, but tastier. But I got told that was a particularly good haggis I had, and most of the other haggis is horse shit. So I was hesitant to have it again because I just wanted my memory of haggis to be great. I just realized I forgot to buy a kilt. Fuck. I wanted to buy a kilt. And the final question, in this series of questions was, how much more lonely would you need to be to take a dick in the sauna? Well, taking a dick and giving a dick are two different things. I don't think there is a loneliness lonely enough for me to take a dick, but giving a dick in the sauna, that's a whole different ball game. I can see the scenario though. Started drinking again, lost my wife, lost my kids. I only have enough money to drink and go to the sauna. I'm old and girls aren't exactly flocking to me. I go to the sauna to sweat out the booze and cry, and a gay dude walks in and goes, "What's wrong?" I'm like, I've got nothing. I've got nothing left. I've fucked it all. And he's like, there, come over here. And I go over there and he gives me a shoulder to cry on. And then as the tears are rolling down my cheeks, he blows me. Not an unrealistic scenario, to be honest with you. Anyway, I hope that cleared everything up for you, fucking foreskin. That'll do for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share around, and I'll see you the fuck later.